Dear friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be diving into one of Vulnhub machines, which is Crossroads. The link will be put into the video below so that you can download and play on your own. In this video, I'd like to showcase some new but also very important techniques, such as a new tool to analyze images or pictures. And also, I'd like to show you how to crack online service with a new tool rather than Hydra. Okay, so I think there will be a lot to take in this video. Before we go ahead, however, please make sure to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. Now, let's jump in and get started. We can head over to Linux. First of all, we need to discover the IP address of the target. The utility I'd like to use, as always, would be net discover. So as you can see over here, the IP address of the target could be recognized as 182. So what shall we do next? We need to conduct port and surface scanning with a map. To save time of this video, I've already completed before. So now we can get out its result. So as you can see over here, I took the options like scene scan, the default script scan. As you know, for different surface, there will be different script. Okay, you know why the nmap is so powerful. I think the most important part is its script scanning engine, and also the virtual scan option, followed by the -p- to do the comprehensive scan or full range port scan. The last option for all is ON to output the result into this file. So then, it will be very convenient for us to retrieve scanning results whenever. Okay. Of course, the IP address has been changed since I re-imported the target machine into the VirtualBox. So this time, the different IP address has been assigned to the target machine. But this doesn't affect our penetration. I think you can understand. So from the nmap scanning results, we can tell that the target has three open ports. The first one is 80, which is running HTTP surface, and also the version information, Apache 2. And also we can, by its script scanning option, we can tell that the target has robots file available, which contains one disallowed entry. And this is a file rather than directory. So afterwards, we can download this picture to our Linux for further analysis. And as we know, the last two open ports are used by Samba surface. By default, Samba will use these two ports. Okay. So what can we do next? Just I mentioned over and over again in my channel, if the target machine has surface running, and such a surface has something to do with file sharing, for example, like FTP surface, Samba surface in this case, an FS surface. So I think we need to, start with, we need to start our enumeration by this surface, Samba surface. Okay. So, however, how to enumerate Samba surface? Okay. And I'd like to make very quick recap. The first utility we need to use is smbclient. Okay, and the second one is enum for Linux. Okay, so next, of course, I'd like to run smbclient with option of uppercase L, and then specify the IP address of the target machine. Sorry, I think we need to note down such a major discovery up to this point, right? Sudo, I forgot its IP address. Sorry about this. So the IP address should be your 82. Okay, so now let me smbclient with option. Okay, press enter. Error. Interesting. So it's accessible or not? It's accessible. Very, very weird. Okay, now I think it's working as usual, and we can provide password of our own machine. Okay, and we can get to know this target machine has 3 shares, but the first one print and also the IPC are default one. Usually we cannot get anything from these 2 shares except this one. Okay, so we need to look into this shell by the same tool. Okay, smbclient. However, we need to specify the target differently. SMB share, press enter. However, we got error, access denied. So I think, this is telling us the target requires authentication. Okay, before we try to, crack such authentication or credential for Samba service, I'd like to run the second command for enumeration with Samba. Okay, and this is enum for Linux. Press enter, and very often we can use this utility to get username on the target. I think the username should be the most important information, important type of information. If the Samba service is running on the target. Okay, so I think this utility has already discovered this username, and you can put over here, not SSH, Samba and HTTP. So I think up to this point we have already completed enumeration with Samba service. And now what can we do next? We need to enumerate web application in different way. I mean, manual way and automatic way. So now let's fire up the browser to do the manual enumeration first. Sorry, I forgot to analyze the picture. Oh, no pictures. Oh, I think we know, by a map scanning, we know the target machine has robots file available, and this file contains only one entry, and this entry is actually picture. Okay, so we got this site back from the target, although there are many hyperlinks, but all of them would be outside this lab. Will be redirected to internet. This would be beyond the scope of this lab or this penetration lab. Sorry. And also we can check its source code. So nothing here. We can scroll down to the bottom. So nothing valuable. Next, we can access robots file. We know this target has this file available, and then I think we can use command line to download this picture. Okay, and this is a bit weird why the author or the developer put this file into robots file. Okay, so we can use xf2 and to analyze this picture. xf2 can get back all metadata of this file, but nothing valuable. Okay, and also, however, because this picture has extension of PNG or has format of PNG, we cannot use steghide or steg to to extract information. And I think we can use the bin walk, no problem. But nothing here. Okay, although there is directory, but we cannot get anything. So let's move forward. Next, I think we have already completed the manual enumeration. Okay, now we need to launch some tools to conduct automatic enumeration. For example, like Nigto. Nigto, sometimes can give us the exploit or vulnerability of the web surface if it exists. Okay, but I don't think we can find anything useful. Next, I'd like to launch GoBuster to perform directory enumeration. Wordlist, GoBuster, directory, extension option. Press enter. Okay. And GoBuster discovered the node. TXT file node. But some kinds of, I think this should be a rabbit hole because they're not this file itself cannot give us anything useful. Okay, so now also I don't think GoBuster can find anything beyond this node file. So of course I don't want to waste your time anymore, so I'd like to interrupt GoBuster. So far, we have already completed enumeration with Samba, with HTTP service. Not very exciting at all. Only we have already got the username. So I think it's time to crack the password for the Samba service. Okay, and the first impression is to use Hydra. Okay, we can use Hydra and we can specify the username with option of -L, Albert, and use the uppercase P option to specify the password dictionary. Okay, log Q, and press enter. But according to my practice, which was done earlier, Hydra cannot get back the password very easily. So instead, I'd like to launch another also very useful, although I have been using it not very much. Okay, but I must say this is also very important too for pen tester. Okay, Medusa. And if you don't know how to use this command, you can use help option. And I think the very important option, which is different from Hydra, is this option, M option, or module, name of the module to execute. In this context, the name of the module is actually the name of the service, like FTP, like SSH, like Samba. However, different utility will use different name for the module or for the service. So if you want to get the whole list of such modules supported by Medusa, you can use the -D option. Okay, and this this list is entire a list of online services supported by Medusa. And this one is what we want to use later, okay, without extension, okay? So now, and also, we need to use the H option to specify the target host name or IP address. Use the normal U to specify the username. Use the uppercase P to specify the password dictionary, okay? And Medusa Albert Locu uppercase M option to specify the module name without its extension, okay? Almost at once, almost immediately, Medusa successfully retrieved the valid combinations of username and its corresponding password. Very wonderful, right? So now we can use this credential to access Samba service again, SMB client, and this time we need to use uppercase U to specify the username, Albert, and the password. It's working, and any one file, we can get down this file, and now we can have a look at this file. I think you need to, you need to check this configuration file very carefully. Otherwise, you cannot find this option, or this configuration magic script. Sounds very familiar, right? If you are used to Python program language, Python also has some kinds of magic attribute magic methods, right? So in this case, magic script, what is this magic script used for? Okay, so I think we can use the Google to make some research, and this option or this configuration is a method to run programs on the machine. Okay, so I think next we can create this script on our own, okay, and upload this script. So during the process of such uploading, we can get the shell on the target. We can get this script executed, okay? So we can create the script like netcat option bash IP address of the Kali Linux and port number, and we can use, of course, we have to use this file name, I think. Now we can set up the listener first, waiting for collection from the target, right? Now we go back to Samba. Oh, it's disconnected, no problem. We can connect it to the target one more time. Oh, sorry. Maybe we have already, here. We can use put and, oh, not this one. Put, maybe I can close this tab. Put SMB script. If we move back this tab, you can see we have already got collection from the target. Beautiful. And although this is not, a bit ugly, so we can use Python to spawn a better shell, right? Python 2, import pty module. Okay. So what's wrong? Y import pty spawn bash. Okay, it's working. And also we can define environment variable term. then we can clear screen as we wish, right? So now we need to perform local enumeration. Only one normal user and ID, check membership, and sudo not found. Now we can find this command is trying to find binaries with SUID bit. Here, maybe we can go home directory. So what it's about? Oh, we can get the user flag. No problem. Great. So now we can run this. Oh, we need to provide the password. Interesting. And so about strings not there. Oh, also we can notice this file. Earlier, we have already downloaded this picture from the website. But, that picture is located under the root directory of the website, right? But not here. And also, I think we can check its size. They're a bit different. This picture has a size of 1.1 megabytes, but this one, 1.6 megabytes. So I think next I'd like to transfer these two files to Linux for further analysis, okay? And so how to do? I think we can, of course, there will be different approaches, but I always use this one, netcat, and we can set up another listener, and we can, when this listener receives data, we can save such data to the file. We can copy, of course, to differentiate this one from the earlier downloaded picture, we can take different name, okay? Now we can cat and netcat. IP address of a Linux, port number, press enter. Broken. I think we have already received the data, right? So why? Maybe this shell is not very stable. Anyway, we have already got this picture, okay? So now we can transfer broot to Linux. We can take the same approach, broot, and now cat broot. Oh, we do not need to use the bin bash. Sorry about this. And this is, I think this is the reason why I got this error, broken pipe. Okay? Because the listener is here on the Linux. Okay? So now we just want to transfer the file. We do not want to get the bash shell. Okay? Press enter. As you can see, we got another file, and also we can make it executable, broot. Okay, so next we need to analyze. I think this picture must contain something important. Otherwise, why we have already seen two pictures with the same file name. Okay, however, if you use the xf2 to analyze this picture, nothing we can get. Okay, or nothing exciting. The file is empty. Okay, a bit empty. Sorry, we need to transfer this picture again. Sorry about this. We can use we can copy. And without option of -E. Okay, so now it's done. Now we can use xf2 to display its metadata. So nothing valuable. Next, so also you can use a bin walk something to analyze this picture, but I'd like to tell you we cannot get anything. So this is the reason why we need to use additional tools or utilities to analyze this picture. This utility is steghide. I think this is another useful steg tool. And very important difference is this one can support PNG file, okay? And in order to use this utility, you need to install it. If you have a problem in installing this utility, please let me know in the comment box below, okay? And now we can launch this command, steghide and close. Press enter. We got some error, but this will not affect the analysis with this picture. Okay? So found something worth keeping. Later we need to go to, one subdirectory which is called keeper. Okay? And some text, very long lines. Actually, this would be the first time I use this steghide tool. Okay, I have already used steghide, steghseek a lot, as you know. Okay, it's done. Now, results directory has been created. We can cd navigate into this directory and keepers. There's some files. If you check all files, only the first file contains text. We can cut out this file. Press enter. It looks like this file is wordlist. So maybe we can, we can rename this file. Maybe I like to rename because this file name is so long. We can limit to like wordlist. Next, I'd like to analyze the binary. We can use the file and beloot. Oh, sorry. I think we need to copy this wordlist to working directory. Upper, okay. And so we can use strings beloot. This command can retrieve all readable characters from this binary. So we'll run bin bash root. Of course, at this moment, current user doesn't have permission to this file, to this script. Okay. Also, we can use another very powerful utility to analyze this file. Okay, Hydra. Okay, so now we can import. I have already imported, right? I think we can go to the main. Oh, not this one. We can. I don't. I think I'm okay. Okay, here I've already imported the beloot to, the running tools. Okay, we can double click and we can analyze it now and analyze. And we, this, first of all, I think we need to navigate to or find the main function. This would be the entry to this binary. So I think this one just set UID and then we'll, call the function of system and then we'll execute this command. Okay. So now I think it's clear what the beloot will do. Next, we need to upload the word list to the target. Okay, and how to do? We can set up a web server on the Linux, and then we can use wget to upload. Word list, it's done. Not found. Interesting. Why? I think I've already copied. So results. So where is the word list? Keepers. Word list. Okay, word list is here. Now we can upload this file to the target. Word list. And next, clear. Because this word list contains so many words, we can use command to know how many lines in this file. More than 2,000 lines. So of course we cannot manually try 2,000, more than 2,000 words to for this binary. Okay, we can utilize or we can make use of shell scripting for I in subshell cat beloot. Do echo I pipe operator beloot. And also we can echo I. Done. We can filter out wrong message. What's wrong? Echo, not echo, for I in shell cat word list. Do echo I. I think it's correct, right? Beloot. Echo I. Done. Grep. Run. Press enter. I think now, this shell script starts its a choice to or starts its brute forcing. It's done. As you can see, new file has been created. Let's have a look at this file. I think this should be credential for root user. So the privilege escalation would be very straightforward. We just switch user to root by supplying the password of root user. We can copy from here. Okay, it does work. Now we can grab the final flag. So I think that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day, please.